I see the light of home, baby, I wanna home. Your lighthouse show me the way. Easy was real low, what are we waiting for? You must say we want to stay. Baby, man, we are men up. Is it only in your weather? Cause your eyes are my prison. I can't tell you, I can't tell you, stop. I see the light of home, baby, I wanna home. Your lighthouse show me the way. Easy was real low, what are we waiting for? You must say we want to stay. Baby, man, we are made up. Is it only in your leather? Cause your eyes are my prison. I can't tell you, I can't tell you, stop. I can't tell you, stop.
Good evening, WFL Nation. We are here with something special, a pilot show that we hope to make a weekly thing called WFL To The Max, where we are powered by Maximum Football. If you are in the chat, let us know. I see a couple people in there. Shout out to Devontae Moore and Big Papa in the house. We've got some fun things in store tonight, some serious segments, some fun segments. But we are hoping that this is going to end up being a good time. If you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. That would be helpful. What I want to do before we get started here is introduce who I have here with me. Directly to my left, your right, is 2 Chainz Top.
Yes,
Looking good tonight, man.
it's not always about the medal.
If you feel half as good as you look, I think we're going to be okay. Continuing clockwise, you met this fella as well on draft night, Noah Underhill.
Hey, you got my name this time. That's good.
Hey,
I didn't announce it last time, so I know your name. I don't think Dave does, but
I know you
that's
do.
that's probably the Alzheimer's.
Oh, that old timers.
And then directly below me, one of my best pals in the real world is Derek Jenko.
What's going on, everybody?
I appreciate you guys joining me tonight to have some fun banter and get excited about the upcoming inaugural season for the WFL. So, Very good. Very exciting stuff. What I wanted to talk about first is kind of go round robin here. Ask you guys, who do y'all think won the draft? Putting your biases aside, what's your thoughts on that? And I'm going to start the same way I announced here with Top, putting you on the spot.
All right. From the standpoint of, I feel like we did really well. I got to be honest with you. I'm very
No
excited
bias.
about it. No bias.
No bias.
I'm a pundit. I'm not I'm just giving my opinion. So, anyhow, no, I think most teams did really well. Again, I think Scotland did something a little different from everybody else. You're gonna have 2 wide receivers, those kind of things. There's going to be everybody's theory is going to be put to the test. As far as how we built the team and then the player development, and we'll find out who is more right as we get the games rolling here.
All right, so you're going to say Munich then. Is what
Yeah,
I'm hearing.
absolutely.
All right. Noah.
I will put my bias aside. I said it during the draft, but I do think Scotland made a very strategic decision, and it is going to pay off for them. Just looking at the other teams in the league, there are 4 teams that don't have a cornerback right now. There are 4 teams that do, but 3 of them only have 1. The Legends are the only one with 2. And that is going to be, like, I am looking at what it's going to be. I feel like a lot of teams are going to want to throw the ball, because that's what, except for Pottsville, but they do their own thing. But I think that is going to be something that a lot of teams are trying to do, and a lot of teams are going to succeed at. But when they go to the Legends, it's going to be that much harder. And I think that having that advantage is going to be something that they will take to heart, and it's going to make up for the fact they don't have anything else on defense, because they don't really need it. They got what they got what's going to be the most important part of the defense, and I think it's going to really work out for them. And then they got the offensive weapons too. They have the best of all worlds. They didn't have to put anything aside to get there. So I think the Legends did a really good job.
Yeah, Legends have a good team. Derek, who stands out to you?
I mean, I think if you want the non-biased answer, I would have to go with the Legends, like everyone has kind of hinted to. They look good. They're the one that sticks out the most when you look at how they all fall. You want the biased answer, I think the Blizzard won it in the 4th round. That's all I'm saying.
And you're a Buffalo guy, right? I mean,
I am,
through and through.
Well, now I am definitely, because, someone cared enough to come pick us up a stud tight end when other people let them fall. And,
I hope you felt how much it really did hurt me live. I'm sure that was palpable. I was not happy. I was not happy about it. But you see, if I would have picked you up earlier, I'd be in Pottsville's situation where I had to take a second tight end that I wouldn't have nothing to do with. So
Sure.
Everything happens for a reason. I hope you enjoy your time in Buffalo. But I guess what I'm hearing is you are also thinking the Legends might have won that draft.
I am. It does look good.
Okay. I think everybody's right. It boils down to those 2 teams. I do think the Legends kind of stand out a little more. Again, talking about what Noah said with the 2 cornerbacks, but not only that, but every team except for the Aviators has 1 secondary player, when the Legend have 3. Yeah. And that's a big advantage. We assume that's a big advantage. We don't know yet, but based on everything we do know with our history in Sims football, having a strong secondary is a big deal. So I think that is going to mean, no offense, Top, but you are overruled. According to the Max show, the Legend win the draft for season 1.
And they're the ones that drafted a prison bird.
Oh, that's right. Hugh Janus. Hugh Janus.
New Janus.
Excited to see what he does. Him and his
Damn.
giant anus. Let's get down to some segments here. I'll start us off. Let's see. Let's get some stuff out the way and pull up what we're doing here. We're going to do a deep dive with Colin, and what this is an opportunity for us to randomly pick a team and talk about their roster, talk about what we believe are their strengths, are their weaknesses, banter a little bit back and forth there, and then ultimately us kind of talk about, do we think they're going to have a positive win-loss ratio this season? If we want to get specific, we can talk specifics with win-loss, but we'll just say over or under 500. So you all know, if you've watched any of my other streams, that I would be remiss if I didn't bring out the random wheel.
Let's go.
So
Bring back
I've
a
got her
classic.
here. Let's see if it's working. Yep, it's spinning right there. Okay, we're going to let the random wheel decide the first team we talk about. We're going to talk about 2 tonight, and then next week we'll talk about 2 more until we get all the way through. Hopefully that will lead us into the start of the season. So here we go. It was random. So random.
Yeah, man.
It was so random. Oh man, the West Virginia Wild. I'm gonna let you guys talk about this a little bit.
Well, I mean, to look at the Wild, you guys also did something a bit different than everybody else. You have 2 wide receivers. So you and the Legends both did that. And it's going to work out really well for you, especially, like I said, with secondary not being a strength of most teams. That is going to be something that's going to be very hard to stop. And then it being Ryan and Rob Hunt, that is a dangerous duo. Like, the Legends picked up their guys towards the end of the draft, but you came in with a great one and then added another great one. So I think that's going to be very difficult to stop. I love OJ Alberga, of course. That's going to be speed is going to be very important, I think, and having that is going to be pretty impactful. You have Graham Hicks, the wild card at tight end. What's he going to turn into? And
Probably
your defense isn't bad either. Yeah, you could have had somebody else, but you got that guy. But you got a decent defense as well. For what you could get, you got a decent defense, and that's going to make up for whatever Colin Pierce is going to do at quarterback. So it's I think the Wild are definitely put in a good situation. I think that they're probably one of the favorites, if not like in the top 2 or 3. And so I definitely think they're finishing above 500, and they're going to be right up there at the end of the day. And it also goes with both the roster building, and I know what you can do as a sim coach. So I think that is always going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Derek, you have any thoughts?
I just have nicknamed this team All Gas No Brakes. Might not be able to stop anyone, but they'll probably outscore everyone. It's just the fact is you've loaded up on pretty much every offensive position with a player in the draft. So again, may be a lot of high scoring games, but at least on paper and the way it's looking now, you'll probably be the higher score of the high scoring games. And I could see you going over 500, but who knows? Maybe this is the league where Colin falls from grace. You never know.
Can't win
Maybe
them all,
his number's up.
Top thoughts on the Wild?
I think y'all do pretty well. I mean, I really think that having those, like it's been said before, the wide receivers, you all will have especially once we get the height thing with both. Are they both 6'6", correct? I think
They're both tall and big.
big, huge, and gigantic. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Just
I think a couple of them have to be nerfed because they picked weight that was outside the parameters, but we'll take care of that down the road behind the scenes.
It's all conditioning. It's all get them in camp. They'll work
Yeah,
the
got to
weight
get
off.
you in
It'll be
a
fine.
weight loss program here on your team. Too many Tudor's biscuits out there in West Virginia.
Well, I will say that I'm very happy with my team. I feel like I've got a great group of guys. The locker room has been super active. I couldn't have asked for better locker room culture right now. So that's one thing that I wouldn't change anything I did in the draft because of that. With that being said, there are some struggles I'm running into trying to figure out how to make this team work. And there's some things in the game. Passing isn't quite what I'm used to, and that's where we're struggling. Colin Pierce is doing Colin Pierce things, and we're trying stuff. We're racking our brains, and we've got about a week to figure it out before we start submitting builds, which we'll talk about at the end of the show here. But very happy with the players. OJ is playing out of his mind. He came all the way from Jamaica ready to roll. Nothing wrong with OJ at all. Graham Hicks also showing up as a versatile tight end, doing what he came to do. Humperdinck, a little bit of decision making as to whether he's going to play defensive tackle or defensive end. We're still waiting to kind of see where we're going to settle with that, but he's very willing to be a team player and be wherever he feels like we need him most. He will have to change his name because the game finds it as profanity. But again, we might run into that with some of these other names too. That's a real possibility.
Kicker.
Yeah, so might be changing his name to Ryan Hunt, which is Rob Hunt's younger brother. So so really cool connection there. But one thing I do know is Golden Logger, aka Ernest McCrae, will be doing his darndest to hold down that secondary. And he's in the chat. He's watching the Sims. He's trying to do everything he can to find a way to make his players show up. So we are going to try to load all of our ownership points on defense and see where that takes us. But anyways, I am confident we're going to win over half of our games. So, but that's a little summary from me. All right. With that being said, let's do one more team here. Here we go.
No whammies. No whammies.
Good.
This is a good team to talk about. They didn't get a lot of talk during the draft. Anybody want to start us off with the Marauders?
I mean, I love to hear myself talk, so I'm happy to go first. But if anybody else wants to, please go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. You can take it.
All right, cool. So with the Marauders, I think it all goes to the Emerald Duo, and I'm gonna try to get the names right. I struggled with that during the draft, but I am gonna try to get the names right this time. But it's gonna be seeing what they can do together, because that is what this team is betting on. They didn't get a lot. Like if you haven't been paying attention, this team didn't get enough help from the coaching prospects, and so it's going to be tough for them because they're down a player or two with what everybody else is doing, and so they're starting from behind. But with Felicia, with Tails, is that it? I don't know. Millen, yeah. Between the two of them, if they can bring the magic that they've been promising, I think this team could do very well. Because, again, with what they were given, they were able to put something together. Like, realistically, even if they added one piece and they did, like, if they didn't have to spend a draft pick on a second defensive player, you're probably getting a tight end at the end of the draft. So like you have pieces in place. You just might be missing one or two things that you could have had. But they have Felicia, Johnny Venaro, big steal of the draft, one of the top college players, as I've said many times. So I expect him to really go crazy. He's not 6'9" right now, but Sam Blotner at safety at 245 is going to be clogging the lane. And Mercer as well is going to be all over the place. So I think with the hand that they were dealt, they did very well. Look, I don't really have a good handle as to what I think their record is going to be like, but looking at, I mean, there's only so much you can do. I think that if you are picking a team that isn't going to be over 500, that's the easy team to choose. So I think that is the safe bet right now. But I definitely think that if they're able to put the time in, I think that it's not going to be an issue. They're going to do just fine. And it might not be this year. It might be next year where they really go into their own. But I think this will be a team that's going to be scrappy. I'll say that.
That's a good evaluation.
Yeah, I think that, you know, they probably built a solid foundation for themselves. You know, the Jack can get it done, and like you said, maybe not this season, but definitely next, especially as things roll out within the game and we get more specifics. He can use what he has, you know, and exploit, you know, the defenses or, you know, others offenses. So I definitely see a good foundation. Whether, you know, I think it's going to be tough though this season, and you know, I don't know if it'll be as pronounced as it will be next season.
Yeah, and I would probably just kind of jump off what everyone else is saying. I mean, they've got good pieces. Quarterback's a big, strong-armed dude. You know, they have that number one wide receiver target. They've got the biggest safety I've ever seen in my entire life, which could be really, really good, but it could also hamper because I don't know many 6'9", 245 people who move fast. But, hey, if he does, man, he's going to be a terror on the secondary. But I know we've all kind of stated it. I mean, Jack P., owner, head coach, is well-versed in you know, sim football and football in general. He's going to be able to figure some things out and make some things work. You know, there's a lot of unknowns with what we're going into in these, you know, first season, but you know, anything could happen. If I had to pick one, I'll say under 5, but I could also see middle road right at 500.
Yeah. Yeah, they have good pieces, but they're lacking in volume. And I think that's kind of what we're saying here. And that may not seem like a lot, just being down one or two user players. But as far as the amount of points you have on the side of the ball is a big difference. Right. It's a big difference. So season 1, I think, is going to be the most important season for this franchise. I think if they can show season 2 prospects that they can stick with it with their smaller roster, that's really going to make them attractive to join for future seasons. So I kind of think that's where Michigan's at. They may not make 500, but if they do, they don't have to win it all here. I think if they make it over 500, that's going to impress a lot of people. So, but they do have a good team. They got a lot of good players. So, good deal. All right. Derek, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Born ready.
Over in the big blue section.
Oh, boy. Welcome to the blue side. With this draft-themed episode, kind of celebrating the draft, WFL draft, and kind of the kickoff to the season, figured for this segment, we're going to do some kind of fun drafts of our own. So we're going to be drafting with Derek today. So I've got a couple of different topics, and I think just for time and because there is 4 of us, we're going to each choose 3. We'll go in order, and probably 2. At least we'll start to my right. So we'll start with Colin, then go top, then go Noah, then myself,
Ooh, first
and then
round.
serpentine around, and then we'll end it. So I'll get 3 and 4, but then we'll circle back around, and Colin, you'll end up getting 1, 5, and 1, 6, and 7. Okay. I think is how it'll go. One that we tossed around in the green room, and I think will be a good one to start off with. Wild animals that you'd want with you to protect you. Wild animals to protect yourself. A little nod to the wild, but also everyone knows animals help get the brain. So we each get 3 picks. Think, you're walking in the woods or maybe down the street. What do you want by your side?
I've got the first one.
Protect you
already.
Well, I mean, you got the number 1 pick here.
I'm starting this off.
So hopefully you
early.
make the right pick.
I don't even need to think about it. I'm taking big old mama grizzly bear.
Okay, you're going grizzly bear for number 1 overall. I think it's a solid draft.
A mama grizzly bear.
Oh, so you're a baby.
Because I think there's a big difference. We know them mama bears. We know them mama bears.
Fair.
I'm going grizzly
I think it's
bear.
a solid
First round.
Solid number 1 overall pick, I think. Grizzly bear's off the board. Top. You got the second overall pick.
I think I'm going with the American buffalo.
Ooh.
Elaborate.
Deceptive.
Which
like one of. Hang on. Like one of these guys.
Right, not like a water buffalo.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, all right. Okay.
No, I mean those are some nasty things.
I've seen videos of them completely lifting people off the ground and flipping people.
And
tough.
it's just like yeah. I mean those things. It's like once it's off the rails, especially a lot of those similar species. It's like when they're with must or whatever, they're ready to rock, man, and they will attack, and especially too if they have their own children with them, man, they will do some damage.
Okay.
All right, Noah, what you got for 3?
I will go ahead and shout out to a Vermont franchise and take the bull moose.
Okay.
Oh, I knew that wasn't going to make it around.
Yeah, looking up
massive.
their stats because I'm a big stats guy. Up to about 7 feet tall, 1,600 pounds, and they can run 35 miles an hour. Pretty agile. Gonna go through whatever area we're in. They're gonna be moving through the trees. They're gonna be coming right at you. So that is my choice. Big, not as big as some of yours, but it's going to have, and the giant rack on top is going to be really, really helpful for my team.
Yeah, you'd like that, would you?
All right. And for me, I think I'm going to go a different direction. I see a pattern with what you guys are putting up here. And if I'm going to protect myself, I think I'm going for speed and agility. My first one's going to be a jaguar off the board. Known to have a bite force to go through turtle shells. They've jumped on the back of alligators. So we're going to go quick and nimble here. I want them to have my back here. And I don't move very fast, so I want something that can move fast. And I guess if we're serpentining, I'm going to go second, or I go with the 5th pick, my second one in a row here. Ooh, I was going between a few. If I'm going for it, you know what? We're going to go. We're going to double up. We're going to go alligator on this one. We're going to go stealthy here. Kind of land, water, depending what environment on. I think they're suited for both. They got some weaknesses, but that bite force, if they get a hold of you, it's wraps. So
that's a good one.
Back to Noah for a second pick for his team.
I will take your creature and just stamp on its head with my hippo.
Oh no!
Gonna just like I'm gonna take the
Oh,
aquatic
super-
advantage as well, but
super
also
territorial.
they can move crazy fast too. They got the big jaws, and they're just gonna like sit on your croc's head and just dead, done. Sorry about it.
It looks like some of the people in chat are agreeing with the hippo choice here, so that's a solid one.
Yeah, that's very, very dangerous animal. So can't leave it off the board.
You can't. That's a good early. That might be a steal in the second round. Top.
I think I'm gonna go with the duck-billed platypus. You think they aren't very, but the males have venom
That's
on
true.
the back of their
They do.
back foot, and it can actually kill small dogs.
What? Small dogs.
Okay.
How about a mama? How about a
And
mama
although
grizzly
it is
bear?
not lethal to humans, it can inflict weeks of agony. That's all I care about. Is it-
Top's
of
building,
agony.
Top's building a sleeper team here. You're gonna be like, "What's this
Wants
guy
it to
walking up here
linger.
with?" All right,
Anyhow, there we go.
Okay.
and then Colin.
I'm gonna go with something that is in the air. I'm gonna go with a red-tailed hawk.
Oh,
Something that
okay.
could really swoop in and claw your eyeballs out, and pick up small dogs and drop them.
Not duck-billed platypuses.
So I've got a big old bear for brute strength. I've got a red-tailed hawk for aerial.
Then what's your
I
third
do
final
have a-
pick for your pack?
I have a
here?
question.
Okay, oh boy.
Am I allowed to do a group of animals or just one animal?
I think it has to be one. I
Yeah,
think
just,
I can't give you a gaggle of geese.
Give
I
me
can't
20
give you
hippos.
I mean, fire ants was on my list, but I don't want just one fire ant. I don't think that's going to do me any good.
I don't know, man. If it gets in the right place, it'll do you some harm.
Let's go ahead and give me a water as well, and I'm going to go with a killer whale.
Okay, an orca, got it.
They mess up some stuff, man.
They
That's
do.
a-
They're vicious.
That's a pretty good
Great
team.
one.
I mean,
I'm pretty happy with that team.
if we keep you away from the water, we might have a chance. But I
Yeah.
dig it.
You'll be like the Marauders. You'll be down one on us. I don't know what you're gonna do, but
just lays there in the water and watches.
just drops a whale from the sky, helicopter it over.
to wherever your whale is, though, so it doesn't yank you in the water or whatever that happens.
All right, Tom.
Hey, you guys
Who's
can make fun
rounding
of my
out your
team all you
team? Who's joining your buffalo and your duck-billed platypus pie?
Oh, I'm gonna go with. Probably, stink bug. That
You know how
that
this
will-
game works.
He's a sleeper. He's bringing in. It's going to be a
Hey,
deceptive bunch
We'll never
here.
see the stink bug. It'll just be around, and we
It
can't
just
find it.
makes the place while you're under all that pain from the platypus. You go get the stink bug and have the this would be really super a lot of just pain and misery. So, won't necessarily die, but it'd be a lot.
Top's all about agony,
Yeah, it's agony.
torture.
Well, if we're
All
talking
right.
agony, my third and final pick, I've had two huge behemoths on either side of me, and then right below me is going to be my honey badger, who's going to come
Damn
up
it.
and just like rip your eyes out. It's going to be biting on your ankles. You're not going to be able to hit it because it's got that like for it only having hair, its back is just like so tough you can't get through it. Impossible to stop. They're gonna be like doing burrows, all kinds of things, digging underneath you and pop up, grab Colin by the ankles and pull him down in a hole. Like it's gonna be great.
That's
It's gonna be great.
I know how Colin feels now because I had my eye on that honey badger early on, and I was hoping he'd fall to me, and that makes me really sad. So I'm going to finish out with the African bush viper. Quick, deadly snake, and just made sure there is no anti-venom. So if you get bit, you're dead.
All right.
There's no counter.
There were
I think that
three
was made
decent teams drafted right there.
Yeah, there was. All right.
African
You know
bush fight.
We'll do one more. We got time for one more. This will be this one I think will go a little quicker. And I think it's a little more on brand for what we got. And how about, and we'll
You want to start?
I thought about flipping the order, but I didn't want to be selfish here.
That's okay. Yeah, flip it.
You're good.
We'll flip the order.
That's fair.
Well, it's fair because I know what the category is. You guys don't know. So, but I think with a lot of football coming up, both IRL with the NFL playoffs and then us coming up with our kickoff inaugural week of games not far down the road, top three, we're drafting game day eats. What do you like to have when you're sitting there watching the game, kicking back? Or you could take it to what you want to eat before you hit the field. I don't care which way you take it, but I'm going. I know I'm personally going from the route of when I'm watching the other teams in the league. In about a week, what am I indulging in? And my number one for me, and I'm kind of glad I get to go first because I'd be sad without it. It's my soft pretzel. It's my hot, nice, big soft pretzel. Oh, it's so good.
Not what I would expect. That's not in my
I
top
love a
three.
good soft pretzel.
I'm writing them down
both
right now.
in person, but right there. Oh, give me the carbs.
This garlic pretzel too from Aldi's.
For those who don't really know me, I am at a strong disadvantage here because I have a lot of food allergies. I can't really, I don't do dairy. I don't do nuts. I am pretty screwed when it comes to eating food.
Oh, no.
However,
That's how you stay so young.
yeah, exactly. You can't put any weight on these bones if I'm not eating anything. However, I will go with some of the things I can eat and give me a good old bag of Lay's potato chips.
Classic. I dig it.
Classic. There's so much like grease in there. It makes me feel like I'm eating unhealthy, which barely happens for me. But it's like should be a top tier snack food for any party, any kind of football party. I think.
I dig it.
Yep.
Top. What's your top tier? What's your number one you're going with here?
So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but this is what I do for a living. I work in the food industry. So
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
I,
I didn't know that
I have a master's in food science. So I
Oh,
have
no.
a lot of,
It's not gonna be
So great.
I know about every process.
Softballed it to him.
piece of-
Not going to be any
Ooh.
stink bugs in this pick.
No, but for me, it's like wings, man. I love me some wings. I mean, that is like my thing.
Yeah.
So especially
Yeah, me
I like
too.
dry. I don't like what they say.
You don't do the wet wing?
I mean, I do, but I'd rather not take a bath in it.
Me neither, Top. Me neither.
Oh,
Lightly sauced.
I
Yes.
want it all. I
By
want
the
every
time
elbow
you
deep
grab
in
a
that,
hold
baby.
of it and the sucker just flies out of your hand. What good is that? That's not eating. I mean, that's just craziness. So, yeah.
Okay.
But a good spicy wing. Yeah.
Yeah. Wings was my number one. So we're going to go with number two, pizza, of course. Pizza.
Classic.
Got to go with pizza. And also, some may say this isn't a food, but it has calories in it, and I count my calories, so it counts as food to me. I'm going with beer.
I mean, you know what? Pizza and beer is a classic combo. I'll give you. I know people who are on the liquid diet. I know people. So, hey, you know what? I'll count it for you.
Give me pizza and beer.
Too
All
quick
right.
from Colin.
I will go with beef jerky
Ooh,
or jerky of any sort.
just the jerky. Okay.
Yes.
I've never eaten beef jerky while I watched a football game, but I think I'd like to try.
I mean,
Just-
it's like
Just leave it sitting in my lip for a half hour, watch a couple
Yeah,
drives.
that used to be the thing. They used to have these cans of like, I don't know if they still do this, but they like made it like it was dip. And they would mash up the jerky, so it was like, and people, you're supposed to put it under your lip, like like to what? Yeah, it's a direct route to get high blood pressure to put. You got sodium directly into your body. There, I'm just like, it's hilarious. But anyhow, but beef jerky is great. Like any. We have this place up the road here. It's like the source for all the gas station places where you see it's like mixed with like kangaroo jerky and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. I got some ground camel the other day from that place.
Is it called the Jerky Outlet?
It's I can't remember what it's called. It's called Zix or Zooks or I don't know.
Okay. Camel. How was that?
Sponsor us and we'll tell you what the name is.
It didn't. Yeah, exactly. But anyhow, it made me real. I wasn't thirsty at all.
Oh, so it's one of those things that if you eat enough of it, you turn into one.
Yeah, you turn into one. You get the benefits of the camel, all your camel benefits. All right.
I'm sure the good food doctor is gonna call bad on this, but I'm gonna put my salty snack with another salty snack. Give me some popcorn. We're gonna have some non-dairy butter. It's gonna be great. Very just a whole bowl full. Just give me some popcorn.
Butter spray. Is that what you're
Butter
Hey, I'm
spray.
here for it.
From the
Popcorn's
Lazy
clutch.
Susan.
I used to love popcorn. Haven't eaten it in a long time. Not allowed to anymore. But I miss it. So I approve of that one. You know what? We're going to go with a classic pairing here as well. I'm going for my next one. Going nachos. Putting the nachos up there in any form, really. I mean, you can go all out and do the big, Mexican platter, or I'm fine with the tortilla rounds with canned, bagged nacho cheese at the ballpark. Doesn't matter to me. And then to finish out, to round out my 3 game day eats here. You know what? We're going to go with a smash burger. We're just going to go classic cheeseburger here, but the thinner the better. I want the crust. So we'll go to a nice smashed cheeseburger here.
Good pick.
And I'll finish my 3 off with pretty much no nutritional value. Just and you know what? We've had a lot of salt. Let's get some sugar. Just give me Sprite in a can. I feel like that.
I'm here for it.
That works out better. For some reason, it tastes better when it's in the can versus when it's in the plastic bottle.
It's crispy.
So just give me some Sprite. It's my drink of choice.
Let's see. My goodness. All that food out there that's going through my head, and I can't even. No, I like a good steak. It's good.
Ooh,
Ooh, fancy.
he's fork and knifing it on game day. I like it.
You got to get that protein, man.
How do you like your steak top?
Medium rare.
Okay.
I'm like one of those guys, every once in a while, bust out the grill. I got one of those Blackstone things. That's fun to sear with.
Noah, can you eat steak?
I can eat steak. Yeah,
Hey.
just got to be careful. Be careful, but yeah, I can eat steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm really
Hey,
excited
Colin.
that I get this last pick. I feel good about what fell to me. I'm going with a good old mozzarella stick.
Okay.
Can't eat those.
Those would kill Noah.
You just have a really bad day.
Like how many allergies can you tell up in one? Sprinkle some pine nuts on there. That would probably.
That'll take care of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That-
it.
that was good.
Traps all the way.
Yeah.
We got some. I like the spreads, the different spreads. I'm here for it. Some classic and some non-traditional. A little bit of everything for everyone.
That was
All
good.
right, to the
All
next
right.
segment.
Great draft. Let's head over to Tops segment.
Alrighty, guys. So, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about our places and the type of things that we like to. Which place has the best of this particular thing. So what's topping the charts?
Okay.
So here's where we're gonna. So we already talked about my food background and that, but I would like to think which location. I'm very specific about barbecue. Being from the South, I'm originally from Tennessee, so I'm very oriented towards barbecue. So, in which location would you find the best barbecue or smoked meats of our five, or the top three of our? You kind of got.
I haven't done a lot of traveling. I don't have a lot of states under my belt. But
Okay.
but
But you know your own location.
I know where I would go if I was in Huntington, West Virginia. I'd go to Buddy's Barbecue.
There we go.
They do
Oh,
have
yeah.
a quality smoked wing on Wednesdays.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I need to take this back. I need to take it back. Rewind. We got a local joint that's only open Thursday through Saturday.
Oh yeah, I about to say I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's called The Corner, and it's a farmer who runs it. He farms his land all week long, and he runs this diner from like 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. But he smokes his own meat all day long, and it's in this
That's the
really
best.
crusty, greasy smoker. But man, it's good. And when you order it, he just piles it up. He just piles it up. So that's definitely my number
That's
one
the
spot.
classic. That's the classic place that I like as well. So let's talk about all of our wonderful places that we have as far as where our teams are from. Which location has the best outdoor scenery, views, or which?
Out of the locations for our teams for
Right.
season one.
Yeah, I know you're saying that, but just when you think of these locations, I mean, you may have seen pictures or those types of things, but
I mean, it seems like a bit of a two-horse race here. Like I know Dakota seemed like I'm sure they got like the woodsy scene and like that I'm sure that when you think outdoors, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But Scotland's pretty.
exactly.
Scotland's got to be pretty, man.
I mean,
That's-
it's absolutely a big pile of barbecue. I don't know what the barbecue's like in Scotland, but probably
I think we're talking about something different.
Probably more mutton than anything
No,
else.
it's made
to
out of
be
message.
honest. Oh yeah, we're just cutting it up. But I mean,
Message.
thinking sitting over those Emerald Isles, over the shores, just with a flat plate of barbecue. I mean, yeah, it could be nice.
Some smoked haggis.
Yeah,
Well, all I'm saying is West Virginia slogan is wild and wonderful.
oh yeah. We could just sit over
tight
there
end.
over the New River Gorge, just a pile of barbecue, and then you could just jump off when you're tired of it all.
Right.
Eric, I think we're done with the barbecue now.
I've had-
I think we moved on.
I'm
but
sure
no.
Pottsville's beautiful this time of year.
I'm
Oh,
sure
mm.
it is not. But good try. No, in all seriousness, I think Scotland's got to be.
It's probably
prettiest countryside.
the prettiest.
I would
Probably
have to go with
top dog on
that.
that
I
one.
mean, Munich's not terrible too, especially like Bavaria. Once you get out of, you think of Germany as like all crammed together, and but once you get further south of Germany, it's a nice area as well. So
Scott Stover in the chat says that Munich hands down has the hottest women.
wow.
He would
Yeah.
know. Apparently.
I have been to actual Oktoberfest, and I will say, man, I mean,
Beautiful countryside.
it's a beautiful country.
Great peaks of all types.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't have believed it.
All right, give us one more time.
There is a video somewhere, but I have to bring this up because this is the most dangerous thing that I've ever been on. It was at Oktoberfest, and it was this thing with
Is it the
that was-
rotating platform that you have to try and stay in the middle of or something, or not
Well,
get
it was
fall?
more
not-
like a belt that was going like 30 miles an hour uphill. So you went and then you slid down this deal. Okay.
No.
This was completely legal. Like, I mean, something here that would never happen here. But I'm sitting there, and this is after I've, been hanging around for a little while. Got out there, got on it, and just promptly fell right on my ass and was going about 20 miles an hour uphill, and I was right back down. Right. So that's some wild stuff going on there during Oktoberfest. So I'll tell you.
All right.
All
What's
right.
the next thing we're topping the chart with?
Yeah, give us one more.
The
Tom.
last one, music. Which location
Ooh.
has? I mean, we all know. I mean, you don't have to be place to place what produces. I think of Michigan immediately because of Detroit
You
and
got Detroit.
and Motown and all that kind of stuff and Eminem and all that good stuff.
I don't know, man.
think-
Bagpipes are great. We love bagpipes over here. So
That's true. But I think Jax might have said something about music being an inspiration for his branding in Michigan.
yeah.
I mean,
You can't beat
Man.
Detroit. They have a bunch of different.
Yeah.
From Motown to Eminem to a ton. I mean, if you like bagpipes, we can go to Scotland. If you like banjos, we can go to West Virginia. Shout out to Buffalo for a few bangers out there as well. Goo Goo Dolls and a couple others.
I wonder what the
But-
top artist out of Pottsville is. I'm really curious.
Last train to
Dave.
Pottsville. Oh, wait a minute, that was Clark.
Okay, let's give that one to Michigan.
I think that's the only
That sounds
answer
good.
there.
Because Munich isn't coming anywhere with it. You gotta get music.
We're gonna get some
Oompa,
hardcore EDM.
yeah,
and
EDM or Rammstein or them. It's like the craziest metal you ever heard. But anyhow, so
good.
those are the three things that I had for checking
like
stuff
it.
in the chart.
Thank you, Top. Now the last, but certainly not least segment.
I am very excited to have this segment because it finally gives something for all my hard work. It's either going to be showing, hey, everybody was paying attention, or hey, nobody was paying attention, but I get to make a fool out of them. So this is
like
going to
it.
be Noah's super awesome and exciting prospect pop quiz. I hope you all are ready. I hope you did your homework. We'll have a couple questions. We'll see how long it takes, how many. But I have a couple prepared for y'all today. Mr. Collins already got his scoreboard up for everybody. So this is real
I'm
serious.
gonna lose this.
How prepared are you, Derek? You
Not
haven't heard a
very,
lot
but
from
I don't like losing, so I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Okay. All right. We'll start out with, I feel like is a pretty easy one. We'll go with which WFL quarterback played more running back in college? We did prospect profiles on all of the quarterbacks. So all of them are on the board for this. But there's one quarterback specifically that said, yeah, I played more running back in college.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if you,
Okay, give us a minute. And
yeah, we're giving him a
and
little
then
bit.
should we all say our answer, and then you tell us what the right answer is? Is
Yeah,
that-
we'll do that. We'll do that. No, I trust you guys enough that you're not going to be cheating off each other.
No.
But
I remember reading this. I'm trying to.
lock down who it was.
Uh-huh.
And
remember
I
reading
did send
this.
you guys a roster list if you need to look at that too.
I am
I've got
looking
the
at the
roster
roster right
list.
now. I'm trying to figure it out. I know through process of elimination, there's a couple I can mark off. Like that Colin Pierce wasn't much of a runner ever in his life. I know that for a fact. So I can take that one off.
All
I
right.
think
But-
I got mine.
Do we all
gonna
have
go-
an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, but okay.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go to you first, Top. Who do you think was the WFL quarterback who played more running back in college?
Who's the shoot. Great.
This is awesome, by the way.
Hugh Janus.
Okay. All right. Colin. Who do
Well,
you
I
got?
know Hugh was too busy counting his strikes in prison, so I don't think it was him. I'm going to go with Mac Chima.
Okay. Derek.
And I know he was, I don't know if he was a running back. I know he was a very mobile quarterback, so I'm hoping he was a running back as well. I'm going to go Andre Pope.
That's big old goose eggs all across the
Dang.
board. It's actually the quarterback from the University of Michigan, Alex Darr.
Dang.
Alex Darr
knew-
plays.
Sorry, Dar.
He's going to be
Sorry.
running. That's where that Pottsville Wishbone's going to be going.
Should have known.
Man. All right, good job, guys. Let's try again.
All right. Question number 2. I know I specifically mentioned this on the draft show. Who was the WFL prospect that had 3 brothers by the names of Mac, UG, and Danny, who are also sports stars?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Ain't no way I'm getting this one.
Say
I remember this.
I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. See if you guys can pull this one. Let's see. Then I can pull up YouTube and see if anybody else got that in the comments. Scott, did you get that one? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. So, who was the WFL prospect that had 3 brothers by the names of Mac, UG, and Danny, who are all sports stars?
Okay.
Good.
I think I'm going to have to take a 50-50 here.
All right. Do we all have some sort of answer?
Yeah.
Sure. No, I don't. It's not a good one.
Okay. Colin, we're going to you first.
I think it's between Papa Dre and Givens. I'm going to go with my gut and say Papa Dre.
All right. Derek?
See, I was thinking him. You know, then I'll take Colin's other answer. Givens. Give me Givens. Just in case I get it right and he's wrong.
Okay. Top.
Kevin Say.
See, I also thought about that one too. I've heard the last name a lot, so it could have been that.
One person did get it correct. Congratulations, Colin. Big
Dang
Papa Dre, the running
Yes.
back from Riverside Community College.
That's
Right.
fantastic.
What's up,
All right.
losers?
Way to be paying attention, Colin.
All right. This one should be helping you get back into the race. You have a 50-50 shot on this one.
Oh boy.
We had 2 prospects who were in the Heisman voting, and you're going to be having to remember who was higher, Rob Hunt or Johnny Venaro. Who
I know.
was higher in the
I think I know
Heisman?
this one. I think I remember you having this conversation. And it was a point that you guys talked about it. So now I just got to remember what order they were in.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are good questions, now.
These
Thank
are
you.
good questions.
These are just the right
I like it.
amount of depth.
And as time goes, you know, obviously we'll get more and more familiar. And
For sure.
Top says
Yeah.
he promises to read your stuff from now on.
I'm sorry, I'll listen.
unless it's on my stuff, forget it. No, it's been some really cool stuff. I've enjoyed it.
All right. Do we all have an answer?
I think so.
Okay, Derek, you're first.
I want to say it's Rob Hunt. I want to say that's the one because I believe he was. I'm just using memory. I think he was second,
Really, forget it.
and then the other guy was underneath him in the Heisman voting, but I could be wrong. I'm going with Rob Hunt.
All right, Top.
Venaro.
Colin.
No, give me Rob Hunt.
It's Rob Hunt.
I
He
knew
was
it.
number 2.
Yeah, see, I do listen. I
Eric
knew
was
one of them was number 2 and one of them was right behind them, but I was trying to make sure I made the right call.
Derek was reading up on who he was hoping would be his wild teammate. However,
Yeah. Hey, I'm happy with Buffalo. Go
Yeah,
Bills.
that's right.
question number 4. Which prospect played offensive tackle in high school and
jeez.
wrestled bears in his youth?
Oh, come on. Who was this?
Which prospect played offensive tackle in high school and wrestled bears in his youth?
Oh boy. I know who I'm going with.
I
I don't even know if it's right, but I'm going with it.
Me too.
Got it.
Okay. Everybody's got an answer?
Yeah.
All right. Top, you're first.
11-year Pinecroft.
Colin?
Give me Axel Raven.
I was going to go with Sam Blotner because anyone who's that big will great offensive tackle and probably is the size of a bear.
It's Axel Raven.
No, Colin, look at him.
Coming from a small school in Wisconsin, Axel Raven played offensive tackle and he wrestled bears.
Man.
It helps that I tried to review all these before the draft, so it's all coming back now.
No, it's
All right.
not.
Question number 5. Which player from the University of Rio Grande is known for his turtle snoodling?
There's only a couple people
snoodling.
that I think this can be.
Turtle snoodling, of course, is the sport where you stick your hands in a pond and try to grab a snapping turtle without it biting your hand off. I did not know that. And that is not what Urban Dictionary told me it is. Don't look it up. It's something very different.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Which player from the University of the Rio Grande is known for his turtle snoodling?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. You guys have answers?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Colin, you're up first.
So I'm going to assume I know who this is, and I'm going to correct. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. I'm going to correct your pronunciation. Rio Grande College
Maybe.
is what we call it around here, and I believe that is Dave Barr's player, kicker Hunter Dicker.
All right.
Also,
Derek.
snoodling sounds like something that he would say.
I was also going to go with his player, Hunter Dicker, because I know where that college is. I've been there. That's also where Bob Evans' farm is located in Rio Grande.
Oh. Top.
Yeah, I would be like, a Hunter Dicker.
That's correct.
Give it all around.
That's correct.
I got
Hunter
at least the
Dicker.
1 point.
You got a
Top
point.
was lucky he went last on that one.
It wouldn't have mattered because I would have said whatever the hell else.
I was between him and Nolan, but I was like, that's definitely more of a Dave answer, so that's what I'm going with. I knew it was
All right.
someone around here.
Question number 6. What 4-year starter and full-time father will be suiting up for a team of a person in this room?
Oh,
So this is going to be a player that's either from the Wild, the Blizzard, the Pottsville Maroons, or the Metalheads.
you say 4-time father?
4-year starter and full-time
Oh,
father.
got it. Okay.
Tyreek Hill.
Full-time starter for your father.
Okay. Well,
Ooh.
I know.
Colin thinks he knows everything.
I think I know.
I don't think I know. I mean,
Could be
give the
wrong.
layup answer.
Well, I cut out half the league for you, so I hope that's enough
Yeah,
to
come
give
on,
you
man.
a guess. I know I can't hear it. I hope you have some really intense music happening, Colin.
Oh, there's no music. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. Music
right.
would be good here, though.
We ready for an answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Derek, you're first.
I'm just gonna go with Colin Pierce because it sounds like something where he's like, I think I would know, and that just makes me think he thinks it's himself. And I think it would be funny to put a question about him in here,
Okay.
to see if he guesses himself.
All right, Top.
Devontae Moore.
Colin?
Stop has no idea. He's not even confident when he says it. It's a question.
Colin.
I also kind of think that sounds like me. But since Derek guessed that, I'm gonna go with the other Pierce. I'm gonna go with Nolan. I'm gonna go with
It's
Nolan
actually
Pierce.
Devontae Moore.
What?
That's fantastic.
Oh man,
Should have known. Everybody pays attention to their own team. You got it.
that was awesome. That was awesome.
You can see I read his draft profile and really studied him, and we had a nice conversation too.
Four-year starter at the University of Maryland. All right. I think this one steps it up a little bit.
Oh boy.
Name one.
You got a shout out. He says, I love you, coach. In the chat.
All right.
All right. Name one of the 3 events in the Highland Games that Naher Felicia competed in. Name one of the 3 events in the Highland Games that Naher Felicia competed in.
Ooh. I know a game, but
This does step it up because I read that bio, but I did not
understand.
record in my memory the Highland Games.
I know one activity in the Highland Games, and that's what I'm going to hope he.
Yeah, it's exactly. I'm right there with you, man.
We're probably thinking of the same event because it's the only one I know of.
It's the only one I've seen on ESPN.
Yeah.
All right. Do we all have an answer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Top, I think you're first.
Caber toss.
Caper toss. Okay. Colin?
It's a big old pull.
I know it's one of the more powerful ones because there was talking about Millen too, and she did more of the finesse ones. I don't know. I'm gonna go with something that involves a big old rock, probably through a rock or something. I don't know.
Okay. Derek.
See, I was going to see caber toss, but I want to mix up. Now, I don't know the name of this one, but I know it involves throwing a stack of like sheep's wool with a pitchfork over your head. So something toss. I'm dead serious.
Dead animal.
All right.
It's like a sheep toss.
Yeah, it's like a big wrapped up hide. And they just
And then they
toss
pick
the
it with a
thing as hard as they
pitchfork
can.
and you just chuck this
Yeah,
thing.
it's ridiculous.
All right. So your 3 options were keg toss, stone put, and caper toss.
No, I knew I was the one I was going to go
Caper
with.
toss is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
It's just, I will let you guys decide. Do we want to give Colin the point for stone put and throwing a big rock?
I mean, it is the act of throwing a big rock, but
I think you got to know the name. I mean, Caber
yeah,
toss,
get him out of here.
throwing a rock.
Ah, you losers! All right.
All right. Good job,
You're gonna
Tom.
win anyway.
Well, you're now only 1 point down.
Oh, crap.
Question number 8. What WFL pass catcher got the nickname Captain Cranial for his custom fit helmet?
Oh my God.
What?
Read that again, please.
What WFL pass catcher got the nickname Captain Cranial for his custom fit very large helmet?
What in the world?
It's a man with a very big head.
Oh no. Let me look at this roster.
I love the desperate anything. Anything with hands, please. Anyone. I'll take anyone. like to take this time to thank Colin Pierce for having me on the show. Appreciate it. You know?
No problem, buddy. It was great.
Thanks.
Okay.
No, everybody. All right.
I can take a guess.
Okay.
I
Is everybody
know,
ready?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead, Colin.
I know I read this bio, which means it was a draft prospect. So it wasn't a staff member. I'm assuming we're looking at wide receiver. I'm going to go with Jashawn Robinson.
Okay. Derek.
I was looking at that one, but I'm not going to steal the answer. We're not doing it. Give me 1 second. Just
Scroll through the website, see what pops up.
No, I'm just more confirming that no one's a knower. All right, we're just, you know what? I know he's drafted wide receiver. I'm going Robert Thump. Sounds like a big-headed individual. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
All right, top.
I'll go with Kevis Pipe.
Okay. So actually, you're all wrong. The correct answer is the now Maroons tight end, Jeff Duffy,
Oh,
tight end from Purdue. All right. I got a couple more for you. Let's see if we can get this moving a little bit. All right. This is going to be, you'll have a lot of different options on this one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Name me 3 cities where a WFL global camp is held. I put where all of the prospects went to get their training in every bio. So you'll basically all you have to do is name a city and hope that you get it right. Name 3 cities, if you would, please.
All 3? Or just one of 3?
there's more than 3. There's
There's way more than 3.
Got
So
2
just
for
give me
sure.
3.
Trying to remember one more. Oh,
I have so far listed 15 cities.
Jeez Louise.
So you have a lot to choose from.
it's a good question. It's a really tough question.
It's really,
is
I know it's
tough.
real tough. I saved it till the end for a reason. It's one of the tougher ones for sure. If you would you like a hint? Would you like to
No.
be helped out?
No,
hints.
I got him.
Oh,
I want the points.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't want them to get any points.
All right. No hints. 'Cause there is a theme with these things. At least most of them. But we'll see if you get it. Okay. Does everybody have some sort of answer?
the question is, do we have 3 answers? And that's a little...
Don't give him time to look it up, Noah.
Okay, Derek, you're
100%.
first, buddy.
This is wild. You know what? I'm just gonna go 3 cities. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go Paris because I'm going international. I'm gonna go Berlin, and I'm gonna go Washington D.C.
Okay. Top.
I definitely had Berlin on my list too. New York, and Atlanta.
All right, Colin.
All right, give me Morgantown, West Virginia. Give me San Diego, California. And give me Kingston, Jamaica.
Ding, ding, ding. Colin Pierce.
Thank you. Thank
Lock
you.
it in.
Not that he had to work the draft or do any of this stuff.
His knowledge is impressive.
All 15 cities are DC, Green
I had
Bay, Morgantown, San Diego, Tokyo, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Kingston, Melbourne, London, Honolulu, Cairo, Montreal, Ulaanbaatar, Florence, and Jackson. So if you picked up the theme, a lot of these
No,
are
we have known
WFA
previously.
cities.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we have we'll do two more, and that'll be it for tonight. So it's still anybody's game to play for.
Sure. I'm actually eliminated
except
from
except
contention.
Derek. He's way out.
Well, you never know. The next one might be worth like 30 points. You have no
We
idea.
could wager. We could wager.
Oh yeah, let me
All or
wager it
nothing?
all.
All or nothing.
And none of you win.
All right. Question number 10. What hometown boy from the state of Oregon was compared to former Chicago Ghosts wide receiver Drayshawn Foster?
Oh God.
So this does kind of narrow it down, but maybe not enough. What hometown boy from the state of Oregon was compared to former Chicago Ghosts wide receiver Drayshawn Foster? Had a great write-up about how he loved playing for the Ducks, how he really wanted to play for the Ducks. So we'll see if you guys can remember who the Oregon Duck is.
Yep.
All right. Do we all have an answer?
Yep.
Okay.
Heck no. But I'll give you a name of someone who looks like a wide receiver. So,
Okay. All right. Top, we'll go to you first.
Jason Robinson.
Colin?
Did you say it was a wide receiver?
well, you said,
Yeah.
well, you said
You did
compared
say
to
it was
wide
a wide
receivers,
receiver?
so I'm assuming.
Compared to a wide receiver. Okay. I'm not going to go wide receiver here. I'm going to go Jake Molyneux.
Okay. Derek?
Ooh. Let's go Kevis Pipe.
It's Jay Sean Robinson.
In your
Top's
face.
still in the game.
Oh, man.
Top's still in the game.
I was hoping it was someone off the Legends just because
I got so focused on Jake Molyneux with his love for Oregon and playing for the Legends. And I think that, yeah,
I have an odd thing. I remember entire ones, and then some of them just didn't register. I don't know why.
That was a pretty recent one, so you might have missed it. All right, last question, and we might throw in some bonus points, but it would be a lucky guess. What Division II school did Mac Chima go to? And I'll give you some bonus points if you know the mascot of that school.
Oh boy.
What Division II school did Mac Chima go to? This is, of course, the quarterback of the Dakota Bucks. Drafted him in the 4th round. Was a 1-star recruit out of high school, and so ended up on a Division II program.
Gosh. Oh.
This is the tough one. I saved it till the very end. See if you can do it. All right. Do we have an answer? Okay. That I will take that silence as a yes. All right, Colin, you're going first.
yeah. I couldn't give you an answer. I don't have one because I don't know. Actually, I do know now, but it wouldn't be fair for me to say. It wasn't on my own accord.
Do you want to take a shot at the mascot? It's a fairly common.
I'm going to go with the
team name.
Wildcats.
Okay, Derek.
Hell, I don't know. University of West Florida. That's a Division II school. I don't know.
Okay, Top for the win.
I don't know the name of the school. How about just let's see, Tigers.
The correct answer we were looking for was the Bowie State Bulldogs from DC.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Man,
Yeah.
shout out to Naga for getting that in the chat.
Yeah.
He was all
Nice.
over it.
Naga.
He was all over it. That was good.
So congrats, Colin, for winning the pop quiz.
Thank you.
I'll do
Thank
more
you.
studying next time. Coming for your trophy.
Thank you for your segment, Noah. Let's go
Of
back to
course.
the main screen here. Guys, that wraps up our first segment. We're calling this the pilot show on purpose because this is a test run. We want to know if you guys enjoyed this kind of material, if you want something different, or let us know what you liked and what you didn't like. We're very open to making this something that you enjoy tuning into on a weekly basis. So please let us know. You can message me directly if you'd like. Let me also remind anybody who is still listening that progression forms will be sent out tomorrow morning. This is going to be a chance for you to finally distribute your points, which is 100 points per user, to build your player. So I highly, highly, highly encourage you to talk to your owner before you do this. Okay? So your owner will be more than happy to work with you to make sure that you guys have a build that's going to be successful. We want your player to play well. We want you to succeed in the league. So look out for that form. But it's going to be open for a whole week. It's going to be open until the following Friday. So there's no rush, but we want to go ahead and put it out there for folks. Thanks again to everybody who joined in. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It was fun.
It was a
do it
blast.
again.
It was good. But guys, if you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will do this again next week.
See you soon.
Sounds good.